All right, good morning, traders. Today is March 5th, 2025. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB Trading Room. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land, podcast land, cyber land, everybody that finds value in my content. I love that. I appreciate that. It doesn't go unchecked. Thank you so much. Love the kind comments. All right, down to business. All right, my SPY pivot this morning, 578, above and I'm a bull, below and I'm a bear. All of the Fab Five are in daily downtrends. All made lower highs and lower lows, closing under bearish traps under their 17 EMAs. SPY is now in a weekly downtrend. Yesterday they broke the weekly pivot. Gold and silver made higher lows and higher highs, closing inside of bearish traps over their 17 EMAs. USO made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17. UNG made a really nice candle on UNG. I think that's a 12-month high for UNG. Made a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. US dollar index still in a downtrend. Love it. Breaking through minor support yesterday and today. Closed near 105.60. Max pain for SPY is 581 with over 3/4 of a put to each call. That expires today at 4:15. All right, let's go take a look at some charts this morning. All right, let's take a look at SPY. Let's take a look at it on the daily chart. All right, so here's SPY on the daily chart right here. And here we are breaking the weekly low. So if we go to the weekly chart, okay, this is the low below the 17 EMA on the weekly. And yesterday we spiked and went lower than the low. All right, so we're now in a weekly downtrend. It's just a label. All right, so we're now in a weekly downtrend right there. Okay, so price action. All right, what we got so far, I think, I don't know, but I think we enter a consolidation period whereby price, all right, we'll see what happens. All right, price has moved up, all right, on the weekly chart, pulled back, all right, and then has gone back up. And guess what? Now we're pulling back. We've got an M up here now. All right, there'll be a little battle over here, maybe for a week. I don't know. Right in here, all right, there's got a little battle. Should be a little battle right here. The winner of this battle is going to emerge on either to the upside or to the downside, all right, or in this M pattern. All right, it's either going to go up or down, but there'll be a battle here. It should probably take place 2 or 3 days. Just a reminder, AVGO reports Thursday evening. All right, so that's a big market mover. We'll see what happens with that. You know, NVIDIA had some good earnings, and then we're going through some pullbacks right now. They may be waiting for AVGO to report and then probably rip off. But here we are. I'm looking for price action to either move up. All right, so I'm looking for price action. This is our consolidation. Either move up, make a lower high, and then shoot down like that. All right, that's one possibility. All right. All right, I'll do it again. Move up, make a lower high, maybe right here would be a good spot at that pivot, that valley between two peaks right here, and then shoot down and make a lower low. That's a possibility. All right. The other possibility, all right, is price moves up all the way back up, creating the W pattern. All right, in which case there'll be a battle up here in a box up here before it takes off and finds the winner of that battle up there. That's a possibility. And then, of course, we could go up, back, back. That's where we are now. And then back up again, make a higher low right here, and then rip up to 620, 650. That's the other scenario. All right, so we got consolidation starting to happen right through here. All right, so there, we'll see what happens. All right, but that's our weekly chart. Just want to make you aware of it. All right, let's take all of those off. All right, and you can see now we've made a lower low, so now we're in a weekly downtrend. It's just a label. So let's take a look at the daily chart one more time. And here we go on the daily chart. Okay, so price action on the daily chart. You can see price action has pulled down here. Actually, let's view it on the 2-hour chart. So I'll zoom out here, and you can see we're up here at 610. I'm going to slide this over. Okay, so now it's possible price action, all right, winds up coming all the way down. Actually, I want white. All right, let's try white here. All right, so price action comes all the way down. All right, and it's possible we do this. We already went up to 585 yesterday, right up there. And we start doing something like this, and then come back up here, all right? And then either make a lower high and rip to the upside, or we come all the way back down to here, okay? Make a lower high, and then rip to the downside, all right? This would be our consolidation pattern right through here, okay? So we're looking for price to consolidate in through here over the next couple of days. Again, AVGO reports tomorrow evening. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. So I'm looking for price to consolidate down here underneath 585. If we get up over 585, well, we're probably going to come visit this prior high anchored VWAP, or which is also considered the all-time high anchored VWAP, and that currently sits at 592 right now. All right, so if we get up over 585, good chance we're coming to see this breakdown candle high and visit the anchored VWAP from the all-time high. If we get up over 585, we'll see what happens. I think there'll be a couple days of consolidation through here, and then maybe we run up there and test the all-time high anchored VWAP when it sits a little bit lower, maybe closer to 585. All right, so that's what's going on right now. So on SPY, let's take a look, erase all of that. Hit the 10-minute. All right, so yesterday we had, I'm going to slide this over. All right, you can see the yellow, thin yellow line underneath the white. We had a 10-minute downtrend coming into the close. All right, 10-minute downtrend. You see price and the 3 are underneath the 17. That's the red dots. And the white line, 10-minute downtrend into the close. All right, on the 2-hour, we have the candles. That's the 3 EMA, the yellow one, candles down here under the white 8 EMA, under the 17. 2-hour downtrend coming into the close. On the daily chart, all right, you can see price candles and the 3 underneath the 8 and the 17. Daily downtrend coming into the close, and I just shared the weekly. All right, we made a lower low, so now we're technically in a weekly downtrend. Again, you've got candles and the 3 underneath the 8 EMA right here. Okay, so if we look at this on the scratch over here on the bigger picture, we'll zoom out. Okay, this is our August low move up. All right, and you can see price action is still barely holding on to the upper third. That's bullish. All right, still bullish up here in the upper third. All right, we're kind of struggling to hold it. You can see in the morning hour we've made a lower high so far. It looks like we're probably coming down maybe to test those lows. We'll see. So we're still bullish in the upper third. All right, we did not manage to close over this low anchored VWAP. We closed under the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, so things don't look good at this time now that we have a downtrend in place. and we are testing the upper third up here. All right. As long as we stay in this upper third, I'm still bullish. All right. We start moving up and giving it up. Okay, that's just neutral. All right. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at the game plan. All right. Let's take a look at the game plan here. All right. Price action is, you can see a nice rip yesterday in the afternoon all the way up to 585. Right up there. Okay, so SPY pivot this morning, 578. All right, 578 is a pivot. Above it, I want to be a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All right. If price breaks these, see these tails down here on the 10-minute candles, we break below those tails. Okay, that's 575.50. Anywhere below 575.50 is my bearish entry. All right. On the top side, all of this red right here, this red candle, this one, all of this gets taken out. Okay, so up over 584.36, I want to be a bull. All right, so over 584.36 is my bullish entry. Underneath 575.50 is my bearish entry. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. That's the SPY pivot. 578. I like 2 DTE, 2 days till expiration, or 9 days till expiration, Friday options. All right, so I like 2 and 9 Friday options. Friday options have more open interest. I like them $2 to $5 out of the money, especially when I got a small account. Okay, if you want the very best performance out of your option, all right, you're going to get the very best performance out of the 0 DTE, all right, option, all right, that is in the money. All right, you're going to get some of the best performance. You'll actually get penny for penny. But let me just say, when you've got, let's see, take a look at this one candle. Just for instance, that's 580. That's darn near 584. All right, that's a $4 candle. All right, one $4 candle and you're holding 10 contracts goes against you. That's a $4 drop right there. That's a $4,000 drop. If you're in the money, all right, right there. You got an in the money contracts, 10 of them. All right, 0 DTEs, penny for penny, and you got 10 of them. That's a $4,000 drop. Okay, that's hard to handle on a small account. All right, so we don't choose the in the money options. All right, I like to choose $2 to $5 out of the money. All right, so I give up a little bit of performance to take on a little less risk. All right, by choosing the $2 to $5 out of the money. All right, just saying that's what I like to do, and I find it I can benefit greatly by taking $2 to $5 out of the money. All right, and you got to make sure, because when you got in the money 0 DTEs, you better have your direction right, or you better be prepared for a $4 candle like this, because that could wreck your day. All right, so you got to have the direction right. All right, because this goes against you, and that hurts. All right, that really hurts. All right, so SPY. So in order to avoid big drawdowns like that, $2 to $5 out of the money for me. That's what I choose. All right, and I like the Friday options. They got more open interest. More open interest means higher liquidity for me. All right, more liquidity is great because I can get in and get out, hopefully within 2 or 3 pennies with very little slippage. All right, that's what I'm looking for. So there's SPY. There's the game plan for SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ because we got one for QQQ as well. All right, below. All right, let's slide this over. It's all there. All right, 595.34. All right, above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. Okay, my bearish entry underneath here, that red candle there. Red erases green. All right, underneath 592.45. That's a bearish entry. All right, and for a bullish entry, Okay, over 502.75. In other words, if the bulls come back and erase all of this pullback that the bears just produced, running down to VWAP yesterday, okay, if the bulls erase everything that the bears did, okay, that would be my bullish entry right up there. All right, that's what we're looking for. Hey, good morning, Lenny, Sarah, Roasted, Kathy, everybody. Thank you. All right, so there's QQQ game plan. Let's take a look at QQQ on the daily chart. Good morning, Robert. All right, on the daily chart, all right, you can see just like SPY. Everybody got one of these candles, little spinning tops yesterday. All right, got a lower high with a lower low, closing under the bearish trap, under the falling 17. QQQ daily chart. All right, right there. Everybody got a spinning top yesterday. Everybody in the Fab 5. QQQ still in a downtrend. All right, if we look at this on the weekly chart, there's a break of the 17. We make a lower low. QQQ is in a downtrend. Okay, look at this over here on the scratch. Pull it up on the daily. You can see here's QQQ. All right, no longer in the upper third. So it's just neutral. All right, it's just neutral through here. All right, if it was in the upper third, we call it bullish. Right now, just neutral. Goes up, gives it up. See how it goes up? Gave it up. Goes up again, gives it up. So there's QQQ on the daily chart, just neutral. If they can get up and hold the higher ground, that's bullish. All right, but right now, price keeps going up and giving it up. All right, when price goes up and then come back, gives it up, that's just neutral. All right, but when they get up and they hold the higher ground like that, that's bullish. All right, or if they hold a bull flag like that, that's bullish. All right, that's what we're looking for, bull flags. Moving up, all right, and hold that higher ground. Okay, when we go up and then we give it up and we give it up and more, that's bearish. All right, so you can see what is price doing. All right, it's gone up and it's giving it up. It's gone up and it gives it up. So that's just neutral right there. All right, so there's QQQ, just neutral. All right, let's take a look at FNGU. All right, FNGU. All right, price action, same deal. All right, I'm going to say it again. All right, price goes up, gives it up. That's neutral. Price moves up, gives it up. Again, just neutral. All right, see that price action right back here at the midpoint. That's just neutral. All right, when we go up, give it up and more. All right, see, like we start heading down here, that's going to be bearish. Right now, this is called the FNGA instead of the FNGU, but here we are with the FNGA. Again, that's just neutral down here. Got to get up in the upper third, all right, somewhere up over here, and hold this higher ground. Got to hold the higher ground, all right? So we'll see what happens. Maybe they're coming all the way back. We'll see what happens here, all right? So FNGA, just neutral here. Again, in a downtrend, daily downtrend. All right, you got the candlesticks. That's the price action. You got the 3 EMA. All right, underneath the falling 8 EMA, and all three of those underneath a falling 17 EMA. That's a daily downtrend. Right now, we're in a daily downtrend. All right, there's FNGA. Let's take a look at IWM. All right, that's the next one. All right, everybody got a spinning top. Lower high, lower low. Not quite a spinning top here, but you can see here's IWM again moves up and gives it up. All right, so it's just now it's bearish. All right, notice they've gone up, back, and lower. So now they're down here in quadrant 1. That's bearish on IWM. All right, so IWM currently bearish. Again, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17, under the midpoint, under the uptrend line, under the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bearish, moving up, giving it up, and more. All right, that's bearish at this time. So there's IWM on the daily chart. All right, last one. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. All right, Diamond Dow, again, moves up, gives it up. All right, we're not in the upper third up here, okay? So we're just neutral. All right, we are on the bullish side of the midpoint. That's kind of, all right, so we're kind of bullish neutral up here, but it's just neutral, all right, because we're not in the upper third. We're not above the uptrend line, all right? We're not over the all-time high anchored VWAP, all right? We're not, price performance is not that great, all right? We're pulling back. Hopefully we can find some support on this midpoint again before going any further down, all right? Maybe we pull back to here, find some support somewhere here. We'll find out, but Diamond Dow, again, in a daily downtrend, putting in a lower high, all right? All right, then we got a low here, and a low here, and a lower low, all right? Lower high, all right? Got a low here, and a lower low, all right? So Diamond Dow in a downtrend still, all right? So there's Diamond Dow in the, not in the upper third, so that's just neutral right through there. All right, so there's Diamond Dow in the daily charts. Take a look at our technicals. All right, you can see day before, all right, we were all the way up here in the buy zone. From there, all right, we did a full circle all the way back down to the sell zone by the end of the day. So we opened up way up here in the buy zone, made lower highs and lower low and lower lows down here. Here we made a higher low. All right, right there. But after that higher low, we made lower low, then more lower lows, and then we find ourselves full circle all the way back to the sell zone. And yesterday, that was the day before, and yesterday we find ourselves making yet again another lower high, and now we're in the oversold zone. All day yesterday, we camped out inside the oversold zone. All right, so we could stay here for a couple days while price consolidates. We'll see what happens. All right, so there's T21.22. T21.23, you can see the selling at the beginning of the day, midday rally, all right, and then a pullback. Hopefully we make a higher low here. Need that higher low, and then maybe the bulls will be inspired to start making some higher highs. They haven't done that in a while, all right? So maybe they can get inspired if we can make some higher lows to make some higher highs, all right? So currently price for T21.23 underneath the falling 200 SMA, okay? Got to see the bulls start filling traps and making higher highs, all right, in order to get bullish. Right now, we're not filling bearish traps. We're not making higher highs. Okay? That's a fact. So it's not working for the bulls yet. Yesterday was a nice rally from this low up to this high. That was a huge rally right there. But currently, we're not making any higher highs. All right? And we're not filling any bearish traps. That's what we need to be doing. There's T21.23, 15-minute, caught underneath the hooking 200 SMA on the 3-bar chart. Okay, so this green line I got highlighted right here. I keep touching it right there. That's a prior all-time high. All right, and then this one right here, I keep touching it. That's another prior all-time high. Notice we found support on this lower one last time. All right, moved up, produced a high here. So we need the bulls to either find some support in here, all right, and maybe produce a higher high, all right? That's going to take a lot of work. They're going to have to get through this right here, this prior all-time high. They're going to have to break the downtrend, break through the 17, break through the 200 SMA, all right, just to start making a new higher highs, okay? They can do it. They've done it before, all right? If it's not happening, then we have to face the music. It's It's still bearish. Okay, they have the ability to do it. Okay, there's enough inflation out there, all right, to have all these companies, all right, in the T2123 making more revenue, all right, from the inflation that's happened, meaning they're going to be taking in more revenue, which should equate to higher earnings per share dollars, which should give them higher multiples, all right? So it can happen, just stating in that it's possible, all right? So there's T2123 3-bar chart. Again, 3 more red candle bars with a huge bearish gap down, finding some bounce on this prior all-time high right there. All right, let's take a look at FNGA. All right, again, selling in the beginning of the day. Going to need these big caps to get in line. All right, then a nice buying program in the afternoon with a pullback to VWAP in the evening. Hopefully, we got a higher low here, and the bulls will be inspired to start making some higher highs now. Maybe not. Maybe they're waiting for a double bottom, a triple bottom. Who knows what they're looking for? But they're not moving up. They're not making higher highs. Okay, that's what we need. We need to see higher highs. Higher low is good, but we've got to see higher highs. There's FNGA. Caught, this is a 15-minute, caught underneath this falling, this red line, 200 SMA. Caught underneath this all-time high anchored VWAP, that's a pink line. Caught underneath this uptrend line, all right? So no signs of the bulls yet other than yesterday's afternoon performance, taking it from this low clear up to this high right here, but not making a higher high. All right, maybe this is a 2-day job. All right, maybe they got them halfway there. All right, and then pull back, and now we get some spinach. All right, a little mojo, a little mustard. All right, and then we come back up today and hopefully make a higher high. We'll see. All right, right now it ain't happening. All right, but right now we just have to face what it is. It's a possibility. All right, I have hope, but I have to respect the price action because that's what I follow most. So there's FNGA. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors. Head back over here. Let's look at the first sector. All right, first sector I want to look at is XLE. That's energy. All right, energy. Got the same candles as the indexes. Nice spinning top, lower high, lower low. Closing under the trap, under the 17. All right, if we look at that, okay, you can see energy just neutral. Pretty soon, energy is going to be down here in the lower third. That's going to be bearish. All right, just hanging on to neutral right through here. Price action for XLE. Again, we're underneath the, this is a 12-month high anchored VWAP. We're underneath that. Okay, we're underneath downtrend line number 1, down underneath downtrend line number 2. All right, we're underneath the midpoint. We're underneath the trap. We're underneath the 17. Okay, nothing bullish happening here on XLE. All right, so we'll see what happens. Again, they continue to move up and give it up. That's just neutral. Got to see them get up and hold. Stop giving it up. All right, so there's XLE approaching a bearish point right through here in the lower third, below 85.80. That'd be a bearish point right there. XLE. Let's take a look at UNG. UNG, super high flyer yesterday. Okay, look at this. Almost creating a new 12-month high. Almost. Okay, that is the 12-month high anchored VWAP. This pink line here. Okay, definitely got themselves a 6-month new all-time high. 6-month new all-time high there. 6-month new high, not an all-time high. 6-month high. All right, right there. Higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the 17. Up here in quadrant 4, UNG just bullish. All right, you can see I kind of expected them to cool off a little bit more. Hope they're not putting in a head and shoulders, because that's what that looks like. That looks like the head. This looks like our left shoulder, and we haven't seen the right shoulder yet. I'd rather see them just move straight across, create a nice bull flag. All right, this is starting to look sloppy again. I like this. This was nice and clean. This is starting to look sloppy with that big jump up like that. I don't know what caused that, but big jump right there. All right, so there's UNG. That's bullish. All right, you're over the 12-month high anchored VWAP. You're up here in quadrant 4. You're over the trap. You're over the 17. All of that is a bullish environment. All right, so there's UNG. Let's take a look at USO. USO, all right, just neutral. Again, it moves up and it gives it up. All right, we are up over this 3-year high anchored VWAP all the way back here, 2022. That's the post-COVID era right there. Okay, price action up over the uptrend line, consolidation uptrend line. All right, pulling back right into the notch. If I didn't say it once, I said it 10 times. We're probably coming into this notch. If you go back and look at my past videos, I said it probably 10 each time. Good chance we're coming right into this notch, right where the all-time high anchored VWAP connects with the uptrend line. And guess what happened yesterday? There you go. Right into the notch. All right, so we'll see that. Maybe we get a bounce. Should get a bounce back up into the buy zone. Right here, this is my buy box. Price action, lower high, lower low, closing under the trap, under the 17. Again, bouncing inside of the notch right there, USO. Just neutral, all right? Just neutral through here. Okay, so there's USO. Let's take a look at gold and silver. Start with some precious metals. All right, yesterday's candle. Let me make sure I got the right one. That would be this one right here. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over a bearish trap, over the 17, up in quadrant 4, all over a prior all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish up there, okay? Gold is bullish. Okay, let's look at silver. All right, silver, this is price action for silver. Outside day, higher high, lower low, closing. Is that the right candle? Closing over the bearish trap, over the 17, okay, over the midpoint, but not in the upper third. So just neutral. All right, just neutral. They continue to move up and give it up. All right, continue to move up and give it up. Need them to get up and hold. See how they were holding here? That was looking good. But you know what they just did? Hopefully, created a higher low. Hey, I'm all for that. Creating a higher low. All right, now I want to see bulls be inspired, make that higher high. All right, so there's silver. So watch silver. If it breaks up through the midpoint of this consolidation through here, okay, anywhere up here over 29.28, which is kind of where we are now, and we could see silver making a new higher high like that. Right now, just neutral. In the pre-market, silver's up there. All right, we could see silver put in a new all-time high. Just saying. All right. Well, not an all-time high, but a new higher high. All right. So that high's 30.29. So we got a buck move, and we could put in a higher high. That's possible. That's highly likely with that falling dollar. All right. Just saying. It's highly likely. All right. We'll see what happens, though. All right. So there's silver. Let's take a look at a few other sectors. SMH. SMH is bearish if they close in the lower third. So they're just neutral right now. Okay, SMH, again, moving up, giving it up. So SMH neutral right through here. If they get down here, they were down here for a brief second. All right, yesterday, they were bearish. All right, see down here, that was bearish. Closing in the lower third, that's bearish. All right, notice they closed above the lower third right there. Okay, so that's neutral. SMH, just neutral. All right, let's take a look at XLK. Technology, okay? Technology pulling back, hopefully making a higher low here. All right, maybe that's a higher low. Let's string together some price action lows here just to see what we got. All right, it's always good to take a look. All right, so right there. All right, we have a bounce for the technology. Watch FNGA for those big boys to turn around. All right, there's big tech coming back to the uptrend line. Are we going to get a good bounce here? We'll see. All right, this low led to a higher high and a whole lot of consolidation right here. This low led to higher highs. This low led to higher highs. Maybe, we'll see, gonna need some help. This low leads to higher highs. We'll see what happens. Inflation should get us there. All right, XLK. Price action, just neutral right here. I want to see bulls step in. All right, I need an uptrend. Right now, got a downtrend, and we're just neutral sitting on the midpoint here. So that's XLK. All right, underneath the trap, underneath the 17, underneath the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, so just neutral XLK. XLF, got to remember XLF, not yesterday, but the day before, put in a brand new all-time high. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 2 days ago. All right. Yesterday, boy, they fell out of bed yesterday. Lower high, lower low, closing under a trap under the 17. Still bullish up here in quadrant 4. All right. There's XLF. Look at that bull flag they were holding. All right. So there's a failed breakout. And guess what? They're probably coming to check support down here and check the lows again. All right, failed breakout, probably coming down here. So maybe we see some more downside in SPY until the financials find a footing. Or maybe they visit the peak between the two valleys and find some support right there. That's a possibility too. Okay, maybe they don't have to come all the way here. Maybe they find some support right on top of this peak between the two valleys. Okay, that's a possibility right there. Right around 49.06. All right, there's XLF, still bullish up here in the upper quadrant 4. All right, let's take a look at IYT. Transports, lower high, lower low. Again, another spinning top. Under the bearish trap, under the 17, under the all-time high anchored VWAP, under the uptrend line, and under the midpoint. Okay, it's just neutral right through here. Again, they continue to move up and give it up. All right, that's just neutral. So there's IYT on the daily chart. Needs some good news. All right, maybe tariffs aren't the answer. All right, just saying. Maybe they are. I don't know. IYT. All right, there's price action for the transports. Just neutral through here. All right, we start shipping less product. That's not going to be good for the transports. All right, so we'll find out. All right, just saying, you start shipping less product, it's not going to be good for transports. All right, when we don't sell, and our shelves, and the product doesn't sell off the shelf, all right, then you don't need to replace it with anything, and there's less needs for transports. All right, so we need transports back in an uptrend. All right, in order to have a nice, robust recovery. We'll see what happens. There's IYT, there's the transports. Okay, just neutral through here. All right, let's take a look at the economic package and wrap this up for the day. All right, so SPY, max pain, 581. All right, and the put to call ratio is a little over 3/4 of a put to each call that expires today. Max pain, according to the powers that be, is 581. On the dollar, we got a nice falling dollar. Notice we broke minor support. Hey, I love that. Who doesn't like that? Price action, look at these candles. Love it, love it, love it. Come on down. Come on down. Because a weak dollar, all right, is good for the U.S. It makes our products more affordable to purchase, as long as they're not paying 25% taxes or tariffs. All right, start adding 25% tariff on it. Doesn't matter how far this falls. it would have to fall all the way to almost 75 cents, all right, or $75 in order to overcome the 25% tariff. All right, so it's going to be tough on the dollar or for us to increase GDP when we got high tariffs. All right, but we do like the downtrend. That's great for silver and gold. I think silver and gold is probably the place to be. All right, it's looking good. All right, especially with 25% tariffs. All right, this is not going to inspire the SPY to rally. All right, unless those tariffs go away or this drops down to like, I don't know, 80, 75. That's a long drop down. All right, so there's the dollar in a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows in a downtrend. There's the U.S. dollar index. Take a look at the economic calendar. On deck for today, ADP employment report, 8:15, PMI composite final, 9:45, factory orders at 10, ISM services, 10 o'clock, EIA petroleum report at 10:30, all right, and the beige book at 2. Tomorrow, we got international trading goods at 8:30, jobless claims, productivity and costs, wholesale inventories, and a gas report at 10:30. All right, on Friday, all right, we got the employment situation at 8:30. Now, tomorrow, this will be good, interesting. Got a lot of government layoffs, all right, to see what this looks like for jobless claims at 8:30 tomorrow. All right, we're going to see how bad it really is. On Friday, in employment situation, I think that's non-farm payrolls. There's 8:30 on Friday morning. All right, got Mr. Powell's going to speak at noon 30. All right, and then we got a rig count at 1 and consumer credit at 3. All right, but this one will be the interesting one, is the jobless claims as well as non-farm payrolls on Friday. Keep an eye on those two right there. All right, and for earnings, we got a big boy reporting tomorrow night. We got a really big boy reporting. We get AVGO, almost $1 trillion, 934 billion. They're going to report tomorrow evening. They are capable of disrupting the markets. All right, Costco, 465 billion. They're going to report tomorrow night alongside of AVGO. All right, and then we get some other familiar names. All right, but nothing that's going to really move the markets here. Okay, not like tariffs will. All right, on Wednesday. All right, this is today. Okay, I just went over yesterday. This is today. Nothing here that's going to be market moving. Just some familiar names. All right, but nothing that's going to move the markets. On Friday, okay, we've got nothing that's going to move the markets here. Okay. All right, some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. On Monday, Oracle reports in the evening. That's big tech. 453 billion. They're going to report Monday evening. All right, 453 billion. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, I'm going to take questions in the room. If there's no questions, we'll see what happens. Rickster says ADP report was 77,000. We expected 141,000. Looking like some more downside for today. We'll see what happens. All right, looking like more downside with an employment report like that. I got to tell you, 77 is probably not that bad. All right, considering there's going to be some layoffs. Christmas is over. I don't know if they're reporting February or if they're reporting January, because January would have some seasonal workers that work through December and end of year. All right, and especially November, December, and end of year would probably be laying off seasonal help that happened over the holidays. Not sure. We'll find out later. All right. All right, traders. That's it. Again, I'll take questions in the room. If not, I'm going to render my video. Everybody have a productive day.